Okay, so we are going to start the Nernst equation. So in the Nernst equation, we have studied that E cell means E cell. We have to find the E cell of a electrochemical cell means Daniell cell, potential of the cell. Then potential of cell is the standard potential of cell minus 8.314 into 3 into 298 divided by 96500 into 2.303 divided by n. Here n is the number of mole and log 10 q. Here q is the reaction quotient. Q is the reaction quotient, and how we find the reaction quotient we will discuss in this topic. So in E cell, potential of the cell, this is the Nernst equation. We have to remember this equation to solve the numerical problems. It is very important, and it is useful to solve the numerical problems of our chapter electrochemistry. So here temperature will be 298 in the most of the cases. E naught cell we have to find, and how we can find the E naught cell, and E naught cell of cell equal to reduction potential in right hand side minus reduction potential of the half cell in left hand side. By this manner we can find E naught of cell. First we have to find E naught of cell, then put the value of E naught in this equation, then minus 0.59 divided by n, and how 0.59 comes, how this value comes when we simplify this value, multiply of this and this value, then divided by 96500, this is the 1 farad, then we get the value 0.59. Now application of Nernst equation. So where the Nernst equation is applicable. So first is calculation of cell potential using Nernst equation. So when we use Nernst equation, when the concentration of cell is not 1 molar, when the concentration of cell is not 1 molar, then that time we use Nernst equation. And pressure of the atmosphere is not 1 atmosphere. These are the conditions when we have to use Nernst equation. This is the example. Let a Daniell cell in which the concentration of solution is not 1 mole. The concentration of the solution means electrolytic solution. Concentration of electrolytic solution is not 1 mole. Then how we can find the cell potential of Daniell cell? See, this is the Daniell cell. This is the Daniell cell, and this is electrode. This is the salt bridge. This is another one electrode. This is a zinc electrode. This is a voltmeter. This is anode portion. Anode, we put here zinc. Here we put copper rod, and this is copper sulfate solution. Here zinc sulfate solution. Now we have to find the cell potential if the concentration of the solution is not 1 mole. In standard case, we take the concentration of electrolytic solution is 1 mole, but if the concentration is not 1 mole, then we use Nernst equation. So this is the standard cell equation Zn in solid form. This is the anodic port. In anodic part, this is the electrode, zinc electrode, convert into Zn plus 2, and the salt is copper ion and copper is deposit. Copper is act as cathode, and cathode is positive in Daniell cell. These things you have to remember. Then the EMF of cell can be found by E cell. E cell means cell potential of the cell equal to E cathode. E cathode means electrode potential at cathode side minus electrode potential at anode side. Then we get E cell. each cell. Okay. Then the cell reactions can be written in this form. This is the cell reaction, you know very well. Zinc donate 2 electron and convert into Zn+2. These are the 2 electrons, and this is the copper 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 sulfate solution, copper ion of the copper sulfate solution. Student, you have to give your attendance regularly. Copper sulfate solution, copper ions are there. Then the copper ions, these 2 electrons will be accepted by the copper. These 2 electrons will be accepted by the copper, and copper converted into copper metal. Then the cell electrode potential for the 2 electrodes can be calculated by the Nernst equation. How we can calculate? The first we have to calculate the electrode potential for zinc electrode. This is the zinc electrode. First we have to calculate the electrode potential for zinc electrode, and the zinc electrode potential is denoted by E Zn to zinc, then E naught Zn2 oblique zinc minus 2.303 divided by NF RT log Zn divided by Zn plus 2. This is the Q. This is Q. Q means रिएक्शन क्वोशेंट. वी है, कल हमने इसको बताया था. क्यू क्या है बच्चों? रिएक्शन क्वोशेंट है. क्यू इज इक्वल टू रिएक्शन क्वोशेंट, एंड रिएक्शन क्वोशेंट इक्वल टू product, concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. Concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant is called reaction quotient. Similarly, electrode potential for zinc we have to find in this manner. These data are the same. This is the electrode potential for copper electrode, and copper electrode, the electrode potential are in same the manner. Copper plus 2, then copper, then E naught copper plus 2, then copper, then the formula minus 2.303 divided by NF RT log n copper and CO2 plus. This is the log Q. Now the putting the value of the equation 2 and 3 in equation number 1. This is the equation number 1. This is the equation number 1. In this equation we have to put the value of equation number 2 and 3. And this is equation number 3, and this is the equation number 2. When we put the value of equation number 2 and 3 in equation number 1, we get this relation. The E cell equal to, this is the value of equation number 3, this is the value of equation number 2. Okay. Equation number 2 and 3. Now we get the concentration of solid, the concentration of here. See, these are the, when we write the both equation in this manner, then the cell potential will be denoted like this, in this manner. E naught copper plus 2, then copper minus E naught zinc plus 2, zinc plus 2 zinc, then 2.303 RTNF log copper, concentration of copper, then concentration of zinc divided by copper concentration divided by zinc, then the final concentration here, the concentration of copper and zinc. Copper and zinc are solid, so concentration of solids are taken as 1. So when we write the value here 1 and 1, then we get the final formula. This is the final formula. E cell means electrode potential, cell potential by Nernst equation. Cell potential by Nernst equation equal to E naught cell. E naught cell we can calculate. It is very easy. I told many times E naught cell equal to ER minus EL. In this manner, we can find the E naught value. Now this is the final formula for Nash equation. E naught cell minus 0.59 divided by 2 log concentration of Zn plus 2 divided by concentration of copper plus 2, 8298 Kelvin. See, in Nernst equation, in the most of the cases, the temperature will be given at 298 Kelvin only. In Daniell cell, the valencies of zinc and copper are the same. So the value of N will be 2. Here, the valency of zinc 2, the valency of copper 2. So the value of N, here what is N? N is the number of moles of electron. Number of moles of electron data exchanges during the chemical reaction in Daniell cell. These are the number of electrons data exchanging during the chemical reaction. Next, if in a electrochemical cell, the valencies of the two metal used in a half cell are not same. See what happen if the valencies in electrochemical cells are not same. Here we saw Zn plus 2. In above case, the equation was Zn plus 2. Sorry. Zn plus Cu, then Zn plus Zn plus 2 plus copper. These were the equation in the above Daniell cell. Here the valency was 2 and 2 in both the electrodes. But if how we can write Nernst equation when the valencies are not same? This is the another cell. Wait a minute. Yes. So how we can write the cell equation equal if the valencies in the both the directions are not same? So this is the case. Copper electrode, react with Ag silver electrode and gives copper plus 2 ion and silver deposited. Here the valencies in the both the electrodes are not same. Here the valency is 1 and here the valency are 2. Then the EMF of cell we can find in this manner. We have studied earlier. During the reactions, 2 electrons are released by the copper and only 1 electron is accepted by the silver. See, here in this case, 2 electrons are released by the copper, but silver only accept 1 electron. Then in the this is the half shell, copper release 2 electrons and silver accept 1 electrons. This is the reduction half shell. So to balance this equation, we write in this manner: silver we multiply by 2, so we get this value 2 Ag plus 2 electrons gives 2 Ag. So the cell potential of the cell we can write in this manner. This is the cell potential of copper half cell. And similarly, the cell potential for silver in this manner. Now the putting the values of both equation number 2 and 3 in equation number 1, we get this value, and this is the final equation to find the electrode potential of the cell in which the valencies of both the electrons are not same. Valency of copper is plus 2 and valency of copper is 1. And this is the equation to find the cell potential with the help of Nernst equation. Here we write E cell equal to E naught cell. E naught cell we will find easily. E naught cell equal to ER minus EL. In this manner, we will find the E naught value. So E naught value will be 0.59 divided by 2 log copper plus 2 iron divided by silver iron concentration power 2. This point you have to remember. This point you have to remember. We have to write here too, because 2 mole of copper, 2 mole of electrons is donated by the copper, uh, um, but silver accept only 1 mole of electrons. So we write here 2. So by this manner we can find the we can find the cell potential of the cell. We will do some numerical problem on the basis of Nernst equation. Then we will understand easily. So I will make a separate video on the numerical problems of Gibbs free energy and Nernst equation. Then you will understand easily by seeing the example. You will be understand easily. Now, important point we are going to discuss electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell is a very important term. So first we have completed electrochemical cell. In electrochemical cell, we see chemical energies are converted into electrical energy. In electrochemical cell, we see that the chemical energy are converted into electrical energy, but electrolytic cell is totally different as compared to electrochemical cell. In electrolytic cell is a device, or electrolytic cell is a cell in which electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Very important. So the definition, it is very simple definition, so I write in a short manner: cell which convert electrical energy into chemical energy. The cell which convert electrical energy into chemical energy is called electrolytic cell. So dear student, it's time to give your attendance. Okay. The electrolytic cell, the cell is convert electrical energy into chemical energy. This is the setup of electrolytic cell. This is the setup of electrolytic cell. So how a electrolytic cell is set up? To set up an electrolytic cell, we have to take a electrolytic tank. This is the electrolytic tank. This is the container. This is the container, and this container is called electrolytic tank. And this tank is a non-conducting material. The tank is made up of a non-conducting material, and the non-conducting material may be glass, may be plastic, or any non-conducting materials which do not conduct electricity. This may be beaker made up of glass. This may be beaker made up of a plastic, and this may be beaker made up of any other thing which do not conduct electricity. Now we place two electrodes. Two electrodes. Suppose these electrodes are made up of platinum. These electrodes are made up of platinum, and platinum is an inert metal. It do not react with the electrolyte field in the electrolytic cell. So in electrolytic cell, we uh, in the input in the electrolytic cell is a source of electrical energy. This is the source of electrical energy. So for the source of electrical energy, we put a battery. So electrolytic cell convert electrical energy into chemical energy. So input we have to give electrical energy. So in electrolytic cell, this is the cathode, and cathode will be negative here. The cathode will be negative, but in electrochemical cell, the cathode is positive. Dear student, listen carefully what I am telling to you. In electrolytic cell, the cathode is negative and anode is positive. in electrolytic cell anode is positive, whereas in electrochemical cell anode was negative. In electrochemical cell, listen, in electrochemical cell और Daniell cell, तो हमने Daniell cell के बारे में पढ़ा जो इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल ही है। तो Daniell cell के अंदर या इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल के अंदर हमने क्या पढ़ा था बच्चों? LOAN, लेफ्ट इलेक्ट्रोड, उस पे क्या होगा? ऑक्सीडेशन, एंड लेफ्ट इलेक्ट्रोड विल बी एनोड एंड एनोड विल बी negative in electrochemical cell. But in electrolytic cell the anode will be positive. Anode will be positive. Here the anode is negative in electrochemical cell, but in electrolytic cell anode is positive because electrolytic cell is just opposite that of electrochemical cell. In electrochemical cell chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, whereas in electrolytic cell electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. And in cathode is negative portion. Suppose a electrolytic solution is taken in the container. This is the electrolytic solution. This is the electrolytic solution filled in the electrolytic tank. Electrolytic tank. Electrolyte is taken in this tank. Now what happened? The electrolytes is taken in the suppose Ca. Ca is a electrolyte where the charge of C is positive and the charge of A is negative. Suppose this is a electrolyte, and electrolyte consists of two ions. First is cation and another one is anion. This is the cation portion and this is the anion portion. Cation portion and anion portion. And cation is positive portion, anion is negative portion. When we supply the electrical energy to the battery, to electrolytic cell, then the anode becomes positive, and cathode becomes negative. And here C is the cation, so cation will move towards the cathode. Cation will move towards the cathode, and anion part, A negative, will move towards the anode because anode is positive. So anion will give its electron to the electron deficient anode, and cation that are positive charge ion of electrolytic solutions accept electrons on of cathode electrode in the electrolytic cell. So the reactions that proceed in electrolytic solutions. In electrolytic solutions there are two types of electrolytic solutions maybe, that is molten electrolytic solution and aqueous electrolytic solutions. Both electrolytic solutions may be. Wait a minute. Okay. So in electrolytic solutions there are two type of electrolytic solutions, maybe molten electrolytic solution and aqueous electrolytic solutions. So first we have to understand what is molten electrolytic solutions. So molten electrolytic solutions are those solutions which are in liquid state. When we heat, suppose NaCl is a electrolyte, NaCl is a good electrolyte, is a ionic compound. तो आयोनिक कंपाउंड को ही हम इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के तौर पे लेंगे बच्चों। इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स क्या हो सकते हैं? आयोनिक कंपाउंड ही होते हैं जिसके अंदर इलेक्ट्रोलाइट इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक बॉन्ड होते हैं। इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक बॉन्ड का मतलब पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव के बीच में क्या होता है बच्चों, अट्रैक्शन होता है, और इस अट्रैक्शन को हम क्या बोलते हैं, इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, दूसरा नाम है इसका इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन। तो ये जो सोल्ट है इसको हम मोल्टन फॉर्म में कैसे लिख सकते हैं, सोल्ट को क्या करें हम बहुत ज्यादा टेम्परेचर पर गर्म करें, अबाउट 800 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर जब हम सोल्ट को गर्म करते हैं, व्हेन वी हीट अप द सोल्ट एट अबाउट 800 डिग्री सेल्सियस, देन सोल्ट बिकम लिक्विड salt. It convert into its liquid state, that is called molten state of the electrolytic solution. And what is aqueous solution? If we put water, if we add salt in water and form a aqueous solution of NaCl, then it is called electrolytic solution in the aqueous form. Now you have to I think you have understood what is molten form and what is aqueous form. These are the cations. The cations C plus, which is the positive, and the movement of cation will be towards the cathode side. And what will be happen at cathode side? The cation C plus take electrons at cathode side, because cathode is cathode is electron rich electrode. Cation will accept one electron and convert into C, means metal or non-metal, and anion, that is A negative, release electron. Anion give its electron to the anode, because anode is electron deficient electrode. So anion A negative convert into A and release one electron. So this is the simple electrolytic cell. I think all of you have understood what is electrolytic cell. Now we are going to discuss the factors on which the product at electrode depends. When we set up this experiment and uh, flow of current is passed through the electrolytic solutions by the electrodes, platinum electrodes we have to use, then the electrolytic solutions decomposes it and convert into if suppose we have taken Ca is electrolyte, then it convert into C and A. Then the product that are formed at cathode and anode will be depend on the following factor. First is nature of ions of electrolytes. This is the first factor on which the product at electrodes, different electrode, anode and cathode. The product depends on the following factor. First is a nature of ion of electrolyte. For example, NaCl, MgCl2, AlCl3. These are the electrolytes. These are the strong electrolytes. Strong electrolytes are those electrolytes which dissociate nearly 100%. Next, medium of electrolyte. Medium of electrolytes means electrolytes are taken in molten form or in aqueous form. So the product will depend on molten. If the product are taken, if the electrode are taken, if electrolytic solutions is taken in molten form or in aqueous form, then third C point, concentration of electrolytes. So electrolytes are taken in concentrate form or in dilute form. When we take concentrate form of electrolyte, then product are different as compared to dilute form. Next is nature of electrolyte. So there are two type of electrodes. This is the nature of electrode, not electrolyte. This is nature of electrode. So there are two type of electrode. First is inert electrode and active electrode. So what is inert electrode? Inert electrodes are those electrodes which do not react with the electrolytic solutions. For example, in this electrolytic cell, we take platinum. Electrode in this electrolytic cell, and this platinum do not react with electrolytic solutions, so it is a inert electrode. It is an example of inert electrode. Okay, and second type of electrodes are active electrodes. The example of inert electrodes are platinum and graphite. The electrode may be platinum electrode, the electrode may be graphite electrode, and if active electrodes are taken, then active electrodes participate in the electrolysis process. So what is electrolysis process? Electrolysis process is the process in which electric current is passed through the electrolytes, and electrolytes decomposes or break down into its respective ions. This process is called electrolysis. So electrolysis process happens in electrolytic cell. When we set up this type of experiment and put electric current in the electrolytic solution, then electrolytic solutions break down into respective ions, respective elements, and deposit at different electrode, and this process is called electrolysis. This is the electrolysis process. Now, important point: rules for product formation during the electrolysis. So during the electrolysis, जब हम electrolysis process करते हैं तो प्रोडक्ट जो मिलेंगे उसको लिखने का तरीका क्या है? तो सबसे पहला जो तरीका है, सबसे पहला जो रूल है, मतलब कोई भी हमने यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोलाइट लिया बच्चों, कोई भी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट लिया, इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सॉल्यूशन लिया। अब इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सॉल्यूशन के अंदर हमने इलेक्ट्रोड डाले। इलेक्ट्रोड यहाँ तो हम इनर्ट इलेक्ट्रोड ले सकते हैं या फिर हम एक्टिव इलेक्ट्रोड ले सकते हैं। इनर्ट इलेक्ट्रोड लेंगे तो जो प्रोडक्ट बनेंगे वो अलग बनेंगे, और अगर हम एक्टिव इलेक्ट्रोड लेते हैं तो वो भी क्या करेंगे, वो भी रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। वो रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे तो वो अलग टाइप के क्या बनाएंगे, प्रोडक्ट